Welcome, everybody, to the Boys and Woods podcast. I have my co host Charles with me, and we have a special guest today. You might know her as Kwik Trip Girl around Wisconsin. She is the Wisconsin's famous Kwik Trip Girl. Welcome, Cassandra, to the podcast.
Thank you for having me. I'm super
Thank
excited to be
you.
here.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming. So let's just jump right into this. I've got so many questions. So one of the biggest questions I've had as a recent or as a new resident of Wisconsin was like, what the hell's up with all these quick trips? I'm like, now growing up in the Upper Peninsula and Michigan, and then traveling the outskirts of where Kwik Trip resided, apparently with the government, I never really heard about them. And once I started to get further into Wisconsin, I started to see them everywhere. So, what led you to Kwik Trip for the first time?
Oh gosh. That's a really deep question, actually. I wasn't expecting that one.
I could give you time to think about it and we can revisit it later in the show because it got super deep, but I'm just trying to understand.
That hit me like really hard, really fast.
I'm trying to understand the Kwik Trip because, like, I'm a Packer fan because my dad watched the Packers, right? Was
Yeah.
there just this childhood moment where, oh my God, they've got the best cotton candy, and it just continued from there?
I think that's like a tricky question because I think Kwik Trip has done a lot of evolving throughout my entire life. So like
Yes.
if you think
Their
of me as a
timeline.
small child, yeah, it's insane. And so like me
Yes.
as a child, like it was not what it is today. And so like back when they first started, it was like pop, candy, cigarettes, right? And I wasn't like out getting cigarettes as a baby. So it would have been more like
Oh, no.
candy, right? And so it was a much different experience. Whereas like now I get my groceries there, right? If I just
Yeah.
need to go
Yeah.
and get like very basic essential stuff, it's like my eggs, bacon,
Oh
milk,
my God, they've
like
got
ice
donuts
cream.
glazed. They introduced glaze. Let's get
Oh,
this.
glazer. Look at my sweatshirt that I'm wearing today.
Oh, yes.
Glazer donut.
Lasers. Yeah. She
Literally, I
gets all
have this
the,
on my lap because I'm cold.
which was
she's got all the
introduced
merch.
which was introduced via the timeline in 2003, along with their hotspots, which apparently has kicked it off the chain. There is something
Perfect.
special about Quickie here, right? So, as I had 10 years ago, we would have called it creeping, but today I was doing information on your Instagram and found out you visited 52 Kwik Trips in one day.
Yes.
What the?
Yes.
That is like from now from
Top
Milwaukee
tier.
to La Crosse.
Yep.
Now, did
That
did
was a little
you
much.
Maybe
It was a little much.
5 minutes.
So
But
the
I mean,
backstory behind that.
I
Go
didn't
ahead.
know it was going to take me that long. It was early in my journey of traveling to all the Kwik Trips. So I
Yeah.
was like getting a feel for what it was going to look like. And so I was like, you know what? I'm at my friends in Milwaukee and I'm just going to map out like a route all the way back to La Crosse. Let's just see how long this takes me. No,
Yeah.
it took me like all day. I left at like 7 or 8 in the morning. And then by the time I got home, it was like 12 hours later. And I wasn't messing around. And it's not like I spent a long time at each one of them. Like I
Yeah.
was in and out at each store. And oh my gosh, it took so long. But I made
We
it.
used to
Yeah.
make a joke up in the UP about Dollar Generals. There were
No, it's not it's a running joke. It's still going on.
every 15 minutes you would see a Dollar General. It doesn't matter. You'd be
Yeah.
in the middle of a swamp. There's
I didn't know that. So
$15.
they're everywhere up there.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my God. Yeah, they're everywhere. But for there to be 52 Kwik Trips for you to reasonably go through from in between Milwaukee and La Crosse, that is real estate.
Where
Yeah.
did you go? Where did you hit your beeline where you started heading back towards La Crosse? Because I know there's 9 of them in Fond du Lac. So if you had gone north, you would have been able to knock out quite a few.
Oh my gosh. See, I don't even remember. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Such
Well,
tiny.
I guess Madison
And I had to
going
be
that way
so
too. There's a ton.
strategic. Yeah, I went, yep. I remember going like through through Madison, and I was just so strategic though with my planning, and I hit a lot throughout that summer, but I did a lot of like cool, just like solo trips where I like went up.
Yeah.
And when I went to Door County for the long trip in the weekend, and there isn't any quick trips in Door County, but there's a lot along the route to Door County. And I was just really strategic with my routes to the places that I went.
Yeah.
Made sure I hit all of them.
I mean, commitment. I have a hard time committing to dinner that I
Thank
picked
you.
that morning. That's fantastic. And if the wife hears that I said I picked it, she's going to yell at me. So we'll just keep that joke running because I do very little picking.
I want to hear about the cook-off between you and your wife.
Oh,
Who's gonna win that one? Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna get in trouble.
I know you're gonna get in trouble.
I am a
You're
grill
gonna get-
master. I am a grill master. Although, yeah, no, she beat my ass in the kitchen. I'll never tell her that out loud, though. I feel like I may have.
Then she'll never make you dinner again if you do that. So you gotta,
That's the thing. It's a lose for me. Okay, let's say I win. What do I actually win? Now I have to cook dinner the rest of our lives. This is crazy.
That's a good point, actually.
And
Keep it
if
on
I
the low.
lose, I love her enough. It'd be fine. So back
No,
to
let's do that.
Kwik Trip and not my top chef moments. Red Bull invitation. So again, I was snooping on the old Instagram. How was we've
Yep.
we've been yelling at Red Bull quite often, but how was the Red Bull experience?
Oh my gosh. So like with the Flugtag event
Yes.
where I got to do the, oh my gosh, that was insane. And so how that even evolved into something that I was able to be a part of is Kwik Trip was actually the one, because they sponsored the event since it was in Wisconsin. It was in Milwaukee.
Okay.
And so I was doing, I think I was part of the Kwik Trip podcast when they first were doing that. And so on at the very end of my episode, they like asked me like, hey, would you ever want to be like the pilot of our Flugtag thing? Or aircraft or whatever. And I had
we're gonna
no
call it an
idea.
aeroplane. Yeah.
So it was something. And I was like, in my head, I was like, I have no idea what that is. I had no clue, but I was just like, I'm not going to say no. And so I just said, yeah. And like, I was like, yep, sign me up. And because I'm like,
This is something I've wanted to do every day of my life, please.
Right. Never going to say no to Kwik Trip. And so I was like, yes, I'm on board for sure. I'll do anything for you guys. Like, I'm just like worshiping all things Kwik Trip. And then they tell me what it was after I committed to it. And I'm like, wait, I have to do what? Like I have to fly what? I have to jump into what water? Like I had no clue what I was getting into. But oh my God, and I have to wear a life jacket and a helmet, and then I have to sign how many waivers? Like oh my gosh, I had no idea what I was getting into. But then I was like, you know what? I don't care. I love like adventures and crazy things. And they were like, we don't have a backup plan. Like you're the person that we want to do this, and we really like we don't think we'll have a pilot if you don't do it. So I'm like, okay.
Well, you're backing me into a corner here, but I guess.
But it was awesome. Like oh my gosh, it was such a
it was an experience you didn't know you wanted.
And I'm like so scared of heights, and it was just a lot of emotions for me.
So now on the Instagram page there too, which you can be found by a simple search, Kwik Trip Girl. It's really hard. It's really hard to mess up out there. It's Kwik Trip Girl. But there was a video where Don himself had sent you a voicemail, and there was a very touching moment at the end of that. And if anybody, or if you wanted to revisit that here, you can talk about it. But otherwise, we'll send people off to your Instagram to watch it. The funniest thing to me was old Don going, "Yeah, hey, please don't drown."
Oh my God.
I was like, man,
I'm like,
it sounds like a real family environment, which is something you see all over their website. If you head to kwiktrip.com, their history started on a family. Their first building looks like somebody put an addition on a house and threw a couple pumps out there. It's fantastic. That's from 1965, by the way, in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I don't even know if I'm saying that, but I'm learning a bunch of languages right now. Yeah.
That was some really terrible French, but all right.
Ni hao.
I like that better than how it's actually said. So
I'm in Chinese Mandarin world right now. That's Singapore #hello. Yes. Yeah, if you ever come and visit the US, come visit a Kwik Trip. But yeah, anyways, the Red Bull thing. So that was fantastic. That was really cool to see as well. So now back revisiting a couple of what brings everyone to Kwik Trip. So their food selection looks ridiculous.
Yeah, I think that's a huge thing that brings people in.
The fried chicken. It looks so
Have you
good.
not had it?
I am sitting here telling you right now, I've never walked into a Kwik Trip yet. So this show right here, right, is
to have something adjusted upstairs. I don't understand. I personally at
I'm a
work would go
Walmart
there
Plus
every
member.
day.
I got
Like
10 cents off at mobile. I had no
It's not
idea.
the same.
I am well aware. Look at the face. I am well aware of this now. As I am visiting the Kwik Trip website and seeing all of these fantastic rewards, I feel like
She can't wrap her head around the
I
fact that
can't
you
believe
lived
you're
here for
having this
long.
conversation with me. You really?
I tell the truth
You're
no matter
the one
what.
that needs
I
to
can't
break
lie.
him on this, though. You got to give him the full experience so he understands.
Oh
You got
my!
to tell
You've
him.
actually never
Not
been
one
in one.
time, not yet.
And
now
you live in Wisconsin?
I
as
live
of when?
so close. I live within 1.8 miles of 1.5, about to
They're
be
going to be
2.
building that new one, and you're going to be going there all the time.
Listen,
You're
I'm not
Okay.
saying that mobile was better, but with being somebody who knew nothing, the 10 cents I got because of my mobile was fantastic. But I'm sitting here looking at the
Yeah,
Kwik
that's
Trip
good.
rewards, and I'm looking at all of these smiling faces winning these vehicles and all of this crazy cool stuff and these Packer tickets and Brewers tickets. And I'm like, what the have I been doing? Was it 10 cents off? I've been missing this for 10 cents off. I ran into the living room. I'm like, wife, where's our Kwik Trip rewards card? She's, we don't have one. I'm like, duh, we've never been there. I said, I need to go get one soon. I said, there's a grand opening. I don't even know what's going on. I said, I'm going to find out about the grand opening sweepstakes. I'm going to talk to the in person to find out what this is about.
Oh,
so please, I'm finding out that I should go to Kwik Trip. I will be. I'm about to be a loyalty rewards member. I don't have one of those fancy cards yet. I've never walked in one, but grand opening sweepstakes. What am I missing? What have I been missing?
Oh my God. Like you have a chance to win. Like they just gave away a pontoon. They gave away a Corvette.
Something I've been telling my wife I want I'm going to buy a pontoon in the next couple of years. Had I been a Kwik Trip member, I could have won one.
You could have won one. Like just for getting your gas.
It's like Final Fantasy all over again right now, or Final Fantasy football all over again right now. This is literally fantasy football. I'm
missing out.
I can't even believe this right now. But it's almost like such an accomplishment that you haven't been to one.
Yeah.
That I'm almost like, do you like
I'm not that person who's, oh, everybody's grabbing juicy fruit. I'm going to buy the double mint, even though I know the juicy fruit's good, just because everyone else was doing it. So I'm like, I saw way too many people. I don't drink Kool-Aid often. That's a lie. I grape Kool-Aid the shit out of things. But like in the theoretical sense, I think to say I'm not a Kool-Aid drinker. But I realize now Kwik Trip is him or her, however you want to say it. Kwik Trip is the place. It's the number one gas station in America.
Yeah.
They're only in what? Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Iowa.
Wrong.
Now Michigan.
And
Michigan South Dakota.
And South Dakota.
And I believe
Illinois.
Nebraska might have a Quick Star, which is still technically Kwik Trip.
And revamped. Honestly,
Kwik Star is still Kwik Trip.
That is, and I know people.
So we're not getting much.
There might be one. There might be one by. Oh no, that's not. Oh no, it's still in Iowa. I guess there's one right on the outside of Omaha, which is technically, I guess, Iowa.
So
but yeah, they're making their way everywhere.
I would love to applaud Kwik Trip members and guests for making Kwik Trip that way. But I would also like to point out how much the rest of gas stations in America are slacking. Like, pick it up. I'm just throwing that out there. We're in like 4 or 5 states, right? Let's be real. There's 50-ish. We're just going to throw that number out there. And Kwik Trip's leading the pack. That's awesome. Well done, Kwik Trip.
Their business model is probably it's probably impossible to copy because they have their own farms. They've got their own their gas pumps. They have their own gas line. They have all this stuff. They did everything. They looked at this logistically and said, hey, how can we make it so that we don't have to rely on everybody else to make our products and
Right.
to get our products in front of people. And they've done that. That's
I'm about to put
absolutely
88.
100%.
I'm about to put
Right.
88 in my vehicle, and I trust it because of the Kwik Trip website. And it led me off on the DEA website. Youngins,
Did
it's a
you
good
did you
group of
already try to
people.
fill it out online?
I did too. I
No,
went
you
into
didn't.
loyalty and it's giving me your 16-digit card number. I'm like, I don't have one. How do I get one of those? You got to
Charles,
walk to
this
the
is
store,
this
a-hole.
this is the discrepancy between the two of us. Mine is so old. If you can get this on camera, mine is so old that I don't even half the time it doesn't swipe, and the lady has to freaking scan it on the back side at the
Yeah.
Wait, do you know you
register.
can just like plug in your phone number?
Yeah,
I
but
could
it's
do that
it's
at Home
registered
Depot now
under.
too.
Just do that. Just do that. It's
I
easier.
could.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Another crazy thing too.
Kind of like getting it out of my wallet though. It
So
makes me
Oh,
feel
that
Kwik,
makes
good.
you feel good.
Every card.
the
Yeah,
the
old
loyalty
feeling.
reward program we're talking about here was launched in 2018. And in that same year, they reached over 1 million members. What?
That's
That
insane,
is,
actually.
and that's what I'm sitting here and I'm like, listen, I like grape Kool-Aid. So if you got grape Kool-Aid, I'm coming in there. And I'm on my way. I'm
Actually, you
on
know
my
what?
way.
They probably do sell grape Kool-Aid, but it's in
They
those
go
little
up faster than Dollar Generals, bro. This Kwik Trip down the road, I think it's been 6 weeks. And they're about to open their doors at 2, I promise you.
You better be the first person that goes in that place.
Well,
You've been
according to
talking
the
all this.
sweepstakes issue or the sweepstakes tab via their website, the grand opening sweepstakes starts the second the doors open and lasts 24 calendar days unless the vendor decides to extend it or end it early via whatever the surprise is, we'll call it, because I'm having a really surprise. This is your item, whatever that item is. Yeah, depending on the vendor, the reward, the
Well, I know
prize.
when they opened the one here in Omro, they had this thing where they had a lot of stuff that was like 99 cents. Yeah, they had like bread, eggs, milk, not milk, but other
So it's
things
like
that were
a
like on sale. Yeah, big sale. Big kind
I
of
think
big
they
sale
get
going on. Yeah.
Wait, the one like the third generation store, is that the one you're talking about in Omro that they opened 2 years ago?
Yeah. It's going on 2 years now, I
you
think.
are the
Yeah.
Kwik Trip girl. Jesus.
Yeah.
Wait, that's my favorite store.
Yeah. I don't
Do you know that?
I don't live very far from there.
Wait, that's my favorite store. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. That's crazy. I was at that grand opening. There's a video on it.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Jessica,
I wasn't.
I was. I'm going to be at the grand
Wait,
opening.
oh
on
my
this one
gosh,
down
you
the
need
road.
to watch this video. Okay, so I had in 2021 when I did my whole like traveling across Wisconsin to go to all the stores,
Yeah.
I did a YouTube series called KT Bond with Cassandra, and one of my videos was at the grand opening in Omro because it was like the first, I don't know if it was the very first one, but it was like the first one of the first like third generation stores that was open.
Yeah.
So it was like a bigger Kwik Trip layout, like bigger
Yeah.
floor plan, like everything's just bigger in there. But now a lot
Yeah,
of
they
the
got
Kwik Trips are bigger
shop,
like
yeah.
that. But I was like, oh my gosh, this thing is huge. That was when I got to meet Don Zietlow, like the former president and owner who started it all. And I got to walk around the store with him and ask him like all about his life and just ask him random questions about the store. And so you guys need to watch that. Okay.
Yes.
I need you to.
Yeah.
I will watch.
It's really good. And he's so down to earth and so fun to talk to.
So what's your
So that's
what's
cool
your
that you live there.
what's your
Yeah.
strangest Kwik Trip
Love
story?
it here. Strangest, he says. Strangest. You can't go with what her favorite food is there. You go to the
Well, you've
No,
I
I
mean,
like these kind of questions.
see, I'm leading into your old man story.
Oh yes, she has to hear my old man.
You got to hear the old
debacle.
man story. Yeah,
The old man debacle that I run into almost on a
Listen,
daily
I'm not a
basis.
baker, but there's a gingerbread house being built here. I promise you.
Should we go with mine first and try so she has time to figure hers out?
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
And then I'll
For
think.
like 2
I'll
weeks.
think.
I work in Oshkosh. So we go to this. I'm not gonna name what store number it is because I don't know if this old person quite possibly could be listening to the podcast. Probably not because of the way that things transpired in this story. Anyway, Kwik Trip's got lines, right? We all know about the Kwik Trip line. Line starts
Everybody
here.
loves them.
Yes, there's this poor old lady that works at this Kwik Trip, and this dude walks right past me with his food in his hand, and then turns around, looks at me, and I go, and the guy at the register goes, "Sir, line starts over there," and he goes, "Huh." He looks at me, turns around, goes right up to the register, and this happened 3 different times. 3 different days. I don't know if these people were from Illinois or they just didn't understand how Kwik Trip works, but everybody in the Kwik Trip turned around, looked at me, and shrugged their shoulders and goes, "Hmm." And that guy looked all of us dead in the face, and he went, "Huh." And then he like, I didn't understand. Was he making words coming out of his mouth, or was he just could he not speak? Was he deaf? I don't know. It was weird. And then it happened 3 more times.
He said he's old.
3
So he
consecutive
just went
days.
on this.
So I just say it's old.
Damn
I just
old
say it's
people.
old people. I was like, I don't know why old people cut us off at Kwik Trip. What is it? I don't know what it is about old people and Kwik Trip.
See, that was one of my only Kwik Trip stories up until
I have a bugaboo with old people cutting me off in Kwik Trip. And it's
Oh,
like
well, because
I'm
they
not
don't want
really
to wait in line. They're not
not
used to
even
lines because they want it to be fast. And my
I know.
grandpa hates
It's
Quick Trip.
but I think what it really what bothered me the most about it is that he was spry enough to book it past everybody. But then he turned around and he gave the and it was a nonverbal screw you guys type thing. And I'm like, and
he
even the
falls
Kwik
to
Trip,
sleep watching
well,
Brendan
even the
Fraser's
employees that
George
were
the
running the
Jungle.
register at Kwik Trip, this guy is not he's not a local because these people at Kwik Trip recognize faces. The people that come in there every day dedicated to their coffee, their donuts, their
Oh,
breakfast
yeah.
sandwiches. They know these people. This did not look like a guy
I
that
really do
anybody
like
at the
donuts.
register recognized. So it's one of those things where it's yeah, you just irritated. Plus, this was during EAA, so that led me to the thought that maybe he's not from here. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna out somebody, but I just think that I just thought it was weird. That was my story, and it got me on this old people rant. And then I told Charles about old people get passes all the time, and it's not fair. And I can't wait till I'm old so I get the pass.
I'm sitting in a
Oh,
yard in my underwear
Uh,
with pink
I
flamingos.
sure hope not.
Oh no, I'm
You
gonna
get,
be there. The
you're
kids
gonna have the
lay like,
flags from the
oh
airplanes
yeah,
fly by
oh yeah.
and wave
Kids
at
when
them.
they walk by, they're like, "Fuck, man, just get to the other side of the street." And old boy's like, "Why, dude? Old man Sayers is there. It's not worth it." Are
He's
you
gonna
sure?
get you.
It's too damn bad. Yeah. Oh yeah. I
Yes,
can't wait.
yes,
I'm
he's gonna get you.
vaccinated and everything.
I don't know. I hope I never get to be that. I hope I just get to be the guy that just retires and has a bunch of dogs.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
I want
yeah. I can't
just not
wait.
cats. Like I got one cat. Like, one cat's
I'm
enough.
wearing the belt. I'm
You're
old.
wearing the belt.
I'm wearing the belt.
Wearing
Straight
the
up.
belt.
I'm gonna park in 2 handicap spots. People think it's
What?
weird when somebody parks in 4. I'm gonna park sideways, straight up. Insurance.
So you got the handicap thing.
If
Speaking
the
of
universe lets me get that old and they don't show me what's next, oh yeah, you bet. I'm making people pay.
all right. So you were asking her about her weirdest Kwik Trip story.
Outside of this podcast.
right.
Another day for this story.
Let's see. I do have a few, but let's see. The one that like keeps coming into my mind, which it's not like it. Oh my gosh, this was before like my obsession really picked up speed.
Yeah.
I would say, but let's see. So my dad, he is where I acquired my like weirdness from. Like I feel like I'm pretty weird. Like I'm very like unique. Like
Yeah.
I do what I want. I'm very like I don't get embarrassed. Like I could scream out in public and do something really weird and go stand like a dinosaur on the corner, and I do not feel like embarrassed in any way.
See, those are the kind of people we hope we're going to interview on Sunday.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know.
Lots of them. Lots of them.
Oh,
We want to show the
I love
world
it.
how drunk Wisconsin gets before 10 a.m.
See, what's better is
in
when
a
you
very-
find people like that aren't even drunk, right? Like me.
Right.
I know.
Yeah. The lighthearted part of it. Yeah.
But so my dad, I almost like forgot what I was even talking about. Okay, but so one time my dad, I was like I was like supposed to meet him at a Kwik Trip. Okay. And so he was driving and then I was like driving and we were supposed to meet, okay, at a middle point. And we were on like this big highway, whatever. And pretty soon I get to this like stoplight and I see this like man, this mysterious man. I didn't think it was my dad for 1 second. But as I'm getting closer, I see this $1 hot dog sign I could clearly tell it was like a Kwik Trip, like $1 hot dog sign that was from the Kwik Trip, like grass, whatever. But the guy was like standing out in the middle of the road, holding it like in the middle of the freaking highway, like on the median, like the grass part. and it was my dad. And he was like freaking like acting like he was like trying to get people to come and buy hot dogs from Kwik Trip. And this was like before, this would have been years before I even started doing this whole Kwik Trip Girl thing. And it's weird because I have not thought about that memory and for a very long time. And so, but I feel like that's probably like the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you like tapped into that part of my head.
Thank you.
Charles,
Thank you.
that's what Charles does. It's his best.
And it's funny too, because while it might not seem strange, I promise you, for anybody else driving by, that is their personal strangest Kwik Trip story. Yeah, some rando grabbed a fucking sign out the middle of the road.
Right.
It started waving chicks down for $1 hot dogs to the local.
Hey.
And he was in like his like hard because he was riding his motorcycle. So like he clearly he wasn't working. He wasn't in a Kwik Trip uniform.
Couldn't catch his name tag. Didn't even see if he worked there. Yeah, that is their story.
Could have been giving a Harley away for all she knew. She was like, oh, doesn't have the bike. So.
Oh my goodness. But there's got to be something special about Kwik Trip because, for one, we've managed a 28-minute podcast about Kwik Trip and Kwik Trip stories. I'm starting to understand Kwik Trip. I really am.
Charles, you are wearing the GoPro and I'm walking behind you when you go into this Kwik Trip because I've got to get your reaction.
Have to make it a thing. Yeah.
The first time that you go in there, I just want you to go and raise your nose up to the sky and I want you to just take everything in.
I really want some of those donuts. Like my wife knows, I love donuts.
Oh my God. And
they've got plenty.
Krispy Kreme has been like my go-to, and now I'm sitting here looking at Glazers. I really enjoy that name way more than Crispy. So
if you go, you're going to be getting.
I've never had Glazers.
I've never had them.
Oh my God! So you haven't had any of their because they have like a. Oh my God, what are they even called? Oh my God, I'm having like a brain fart. But they're like an off.
Honestly, what you're hearing from me is shocking. So I get it.
Oh my God, wait.
You have met so many people, but this is probably the first time you've ever met someone who has never been in a Kwik Trip. And I've been in this
I'm like a
state
little
for
like
uneasy.
Yeah. A little unsettled, kind of.
My wife's really upset with me too. She's looking at the rewards, and it is my fault, 100%. I'm like, why would we go to Kwik Trip?
It's never going to step foot.
Look at those lines. Look at those lines. They're worth it though. I wait 45 minutes for a breakfast joint if you have 1950s furniture, because I know it's going to be good. I should have known that there was something special about Kwik Trip. I should have known.
Right.
It's the experience.
He's not been paying attention to any of the road signs. There's just they only own a quarter of the billboards on the highway telling you where they are. And every sign that tells you that there's an exit also tells you there's a Kwik Trip.
I really do fried chicken. I do.
You're missing out, man.
And look at these meatball take-home meals. You got Sketters and meatballs.
You got pothole pizza. You've got everything. You are
The
missing out on
pizza
everything.
is so
What the
good.
fuck? What the frank is pothole pizza?
You don't know
pothole
pizza.
Oh my God. Okay, so let me just tell you quick.
You got to get one of them too.
Maybe I'm not the pizza
pothole pizza is the frozen pizza. Wait,
Yeah.
so they have two different types of pizza there. And so they have their take and bake, which is not as good as like their pothole pizza. The pothole pizza is their specialty stuff and it's like in the back. Okay. So it's by the ice cream. Oh my God. And it's called names.
You got to be in the know to know where this pizza is. That's crazy.
Not really. It's just like further back by the ice cream.
Yeah. But honestly, who would up until this moment? I'm like, who walks into a gas station to buy frozen pizza? You're crazy.
You have to fight the people off that are trying to get your beer, but you're gonna find the pothole pizza at some point.
You will find it.
You ain't crazy if you're a Kwik Trip.
Oh my God, it's so good. Oh,
it is.
I'm not even supposed to have gluten, but I eat it.
Gotta have that pizza though.
Man,
so good.
That is
Wait, but then I need you to try the donuts there. They have a bajillion different kinds, but then microwave them for 7-8 seconds.
Yes.
Okay, and then try them.
Charles, where we're stopping Sunday.
Yes.
Yes. Sunday morning. We'll stop there. I'm telling you, it's like when you get off the exit to come to my house, you're going to literally
should I just bring
Trip.
it to you? Because I feel like maybe you'll be scared and won't go in, and I'll just buy this stuff and bring it to you, and you'll just have this smorgasbord of food in front of you, and you'll just be stuffing your face the entire way.
Maybe I'll go. I got to go in there. I got to get a rewards card. I got to get one of those.
Yes, you have to get a rewards card. You
How can I
can't be
become a
left out on
loyalty
this.
member if not?
You can't be left out on this. This is something you just can't be on outside.
There's just so much
Document the
here.
whole experience. I want videos. I want pictures. I want
Definitely,
everything.
we got to do it Sunday then because we'll have everything. We'll have the cameras, the microphones, the everything. We'll have the
Perfect.
whole setup for Sunday. So Charles is gonna be out there. He's gonna have his viral quick trip video. He's gonna pop
Oh, I'm
the
so
old.
excited for you.
I'm popping my Kwik Trip cherry. This is my favorite part.
Oh boy, yes, Charles. And Charles, have
Their
you ever
website is so informative too. I spent about
everything
10,
you need?
15 minutes on the kwiktrip.com. If you're a non-believer, if you were a non-believer like I was, just spend 10 minutes on their website. You can't be a closed-minded non-believer. Those people don't survive in this world. You have to open your mind. The only way to find out something you didn't know is to jump into the unknown, right? And Kwik Trip is my unknown today, anyways. So Sunday it is.
Sunday,
I
fun
know
day.
you're smiling at me, Jill. I'll be there. Jill on
This
the
is
main
big.
website. This seems like
Yeah.
a really big deal.
I'm
Well, I was
almost
gonna
like
say
nervous
what's
for you.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't know
it's
what
not.
to
It's not gonna
expect.
be ruined. He's gonna have it enshrined in video memory forever.
Oh my gosh.
This is new for me, but it's not something I haven't done before. I walked for the first time once. I can do this again.
Don't worry.
Well,
When you walk in there, I'll make sure to edit the video where you hear like the halls of heaven. Just when you walk in the doors. Yeah, we'll make
Yeah.
it legit.
Interview like an employee too and be like, this guy has never been in here. What do you think
Oh yes,
of
for
him?
sure.
Oh, we'll make it. We'll make it. Yeah, absolutely. And this again is like the rest of America, because I don't know what goes on in the rest of the world, right? I was the
Yeah.
rest of the but we'll say the rest
Yeah.
of America. We have done an entire show on a gas station, and we are talking about creating movie magic walking into a gas station. There is something to be said about the magic of Kwik Trip, and I'm very excited about this. I didn't think I was going to be.
Just hopefully we're not doing a documentary about you like a year down the road of he used to weigh 145 pounds. Now Charles is addicted to
Glazers.
He eats a 6-pack for breakfast, a
Anything
6-pack
that
for
you
lunch.
could anything that you could fit into the dodgeball scene, I'm on board. Laser, blazer, glazers, Kwik Trip.
There you go.
I'm excited. Yes, this has been unbelievable. I've had a fantastic time. Pat, have anything else? You said you have a podcast. Plug yourself. The floor is yours. What do you have in your near future or nearish future?
You're talking to me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see
Okay,
Pat.
well, you said Patrick, and then I was like, wait, are you talking to me? Okay,
Yeah.
so something that is exciting that's in the works for me is I'm actually working with Kwik Trip again right now, and we're doing another YouTube series. And so I'm doing another like series, but it's related to their facilities. And so I'm doing like a campus tour around all of their different, like I just visited their dairy department. And so I did a video on, okay, what does it look like to make all of their ice cream? And that was so fun. And then now I get to go and see their bread and bun facility and show everybody how it's made. Then I get to go to their like sweets and see their donuts, and it's really fun. So I'm super excited about that series to show everybody. And it's a little bit more scaled down, whereas like the tour across Wisconsin was super fun, but it was like it was a lot to travel across the entire state
Yeah.
and plan out all of those routes, whereas this one is
Yeah.
like local. It's just based in La Crosse, just more home for me. So I'm
Yeah.
super excited about that.
That's
Nice.
so cool.
And that'll be coming
That's so
out soon here, hopefully in
Soon.
the next couple months.
Oof.
Mhm.
And we'll find that on YouTube, which again,
Yep,
I
on
mean,
YouTube, KT Bound with Cassandra.
KT Bound with Cassandra, which I'm sure just a simple YouTube search for,
Yes.
which it's going to blow you guys' mind, but Kwik Trip Girl, honestly,
Yep.
all roads lead to Cassandra. It's fantastic to see. That has been awesome. And as I was trying to get at in the beginning and talked over myself, Patrick, did you have anything else you
No,
wanted to add?
I'm just I'm just glad I made it. I'm so excited. Like,
I'm
it's
glad
back
too.
on.
The record button was it's hidden
Yeah,
on me.
yeah.
So,
I
but
don't
again,
understand how that works, but yeah.
I'm so glad we've become a part of this Kwik Trip journey. We will keep you posted on my first entrance, and we hope to hear back from you. We look forward to seeing you on your YouTube
Oh,
channel.
don't worry. We'll tag you an Instagram on it so you can watch it in full HD.
Oh, I'm
Charles's Kwik
excited.
Trip journey. There you go.
It's gonna be
Also,
so
check
awesome.
out the KT Bound with Cassandra video of me and Omro. Okay, I need you
Oh,
to
Yes.
see
nice.
that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We got to get that one.
Absolutely. And for all of our
Yep.
listeners out there who continue to stick with us through all of this craziness, we appreciate you so much. And as we know, the world is so crazy. So smile more. It means a whole lot to somebody you didn't know.